Nursing Association, Uttar Pradesh, consultant UP Nurses Council, and excellent TNAI exclusive members, most delightful delegates, management of different institutions, principal of different colleges, faculties, friend, and obviously our chairman sir, Dr. R.S. Sube, and director sir, Dr. V.P. Tiwari. I feel extremely privileged to welcome you all on behalf of Samarpan family at Nirmal Auditorium, Samarpan Institute of Nursing and Paramedical Sciences. First of all, we Samarpan family are very fortunate to be a host of this meeting 2023, principal meeting cum workshop, which is purely belongs to nursing. Samarpan Group established in the year of 2010, having 4 units, Samarpan Hospital, Nursing College, Samarpan Pharmacy, and Special Education. A 120-bedded multi-speciality Samarpan Hospital, which runs 24 hours emergency services, having QCI and NABL accreditation, and also having a modular routine. Our nursing college is also run since 2010 and having almost all courses from the A&M to the MSc. And recently we received 97% average score from Quality Control of India. We also feel immense pleasure to have more than century-old and largest association of nurturing nurses, that is Trained Nurse Association of India, short known as TNAI, with us today. We welcome you all, ma'am. TNAI function is undoubtedly unlimited. So if I just want to say some highlights of the TNAI functions, that is the TNAI established the standard of nursing services and implement this through proper channel. They establish a code of ethical conduct for practitioner. They stimulate and promote the research designed to enhance and also provide professional counseling and placement services for nurses. TNAI also serves as official representative of Nurses of India as a member of International Council for Nurses. So now, once again, to welcome you all, I would like to invite our nursing student from Samarpan for their welcome dance. I request Ansika, Priya, Anamika, Nitu, Aarti for their welcome dance.
Nataraja, Nataraja.
नमामि नमामि शिवचरणों में वंदनम त्रिगणनाथ शंकरम पार्वतीनाथ शिवम संगीत साहित्य आनंद अपूर्ण रागम तारम नाट्य नटराजन सुंदरम नादम वेद काव्यम नटराजन सुंदरम रागम तालम नाट्य नटराजन सुंदरम नाद वेद काव्यम नटराजन सुंदरम
Mrs. Sani Kumar, National Vice President, TNAI North Region. Madam Evelyn P. Kannan, Secretary General, TNAI. Mr. Abhishek Kapoor, Senior Advisor, Business Strategy, Mission Niramaya, Government of UP. Dr. Rajesh Kumar, Mr. Rajesh Kumar, President, Nursing Association, and the Director of TNAI UP State Branch. So, big round of applause, everyone.
शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
Alok Kumar sir, who make this event possible and virtually present in this great meet. We welcome you, sir. It's a glad and very special welcome to our second chief guest. Though the Mrs. Kinjal Singh madam is not here, we welcome you, madam. She's also been present virtually in the next session. Pleasure to welcome our guest of honor, Dr. Alok Kumar sir, Secretary, UP State Medical Faculty, in this auspicious event. Tiwari sir to welcome madam with the floral bouquet. We are fortunate to have so I extend my I feel
A very pleasant good morning to each and every one of you who are sitting and gracing this occasion. Honorable dignitaries, respected guests, esteemed management, head of the nursing institutions, UP TNAI branch executives, and dear colleagues. I stand before you today with great honor and privilege as the Vice President of TNAI North Region, representing Trainers Association of India. On behalf of TNAI, our National President, Dr. Roy K. George, and each member of TNAI, I extend a warm welcome to each and every one of you to this momentous principal and management of nursing institution meeting, which is one of its kind, and you can say this is the first of its kind. Thank you, each one of you, to grace this occasion and making this event successful. I would like to present the mementos from TNA headquarters to our distinguished guest. I know that this is repetition, it will take a little time only. I request Mr. Srikantan, Chairman and Manager, and a token of appreciation to Dr. Alok Srivastava, who is our guest of honor today. It is my pleasure to call upon Mrs. Bhumika, Secretary, encourage the proceedings by giving. Thank you, sir. Now it's my pleasure to call. Now it's my privilege to call upon Mrs. Mary Malik, President. I would like Dr. Deepthi also to join to receive the memento, because her efforts and the director's efforts to provide us this beautiful venue. Thank you. The way to the achievements and where we are standing today. In 2012, the TNA furthered this legacy by establishing the Central Institution of Nursing and Research Center in Greater Noida, Uttar Pradesh. The presence of this institution, inaugurated by our revered Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, has been instrumental in training and nurturing the talents of both doctors and nurses alike. And we can say that many of the doctors and nurses from UP state has taken various skill training from the same institution. This momentous collaboration with the government of UP reinforces our commitment to the noble mission of Nirmaya, making healthcare accessible to each and everyone. I am delighted to announce that, based on discussions with Shri Alok Kumar, Principal Secretary, during his visit to TNA headquarters and Greater Noida offices, Council has taken decisive steps to further elevate the standards of nursing education and professional development in the state of Uttar Pradesh. We have unanimously agreed to establish a state-of-the-art high-fidelity simulation lab, a groundbreaking initiative which is going to enhance the practical skills and knowledge of our nursing faculties. Additionally, we are wholeheartedly committed to provide TOT, training of trainees programs to nursing faculties across the state. This strategic initiative will empower our nursing educators with the necessary tools and techniques to foster nurturing, receiving the higher quality nursing education. Recognizing the importance of financial support, we are intending to expand the number of scholarships available to aspiring nurses. This is also a venture connecting, collaborating UP government and TNAI. By providing nursing students financial assistance, we hope to encourage talented individuals who wants to pursue a career in nursing and further enriching the profession with their dedication and expertise. Furthermore, our collaboration with the government of UP opens up new avenues of overseas recruitment for the nurses. We aim to provide opportunities for our nurses to gain international exposure, promoting cross-cultural exchange and enhancing their professional career and growth in future. Continuing professional development lies at the heart of our mission, and we are dedicated to improve it through existing programs and planned programs in future. By harnessing the power of innovation and incorporating the latest advancements in healthcare, we ensure that the nurses are equipped with the knowledge and skills necessary to provide exceptional care to the people of Uttar Pradesh and to humanity as a whole. This collaboration with the TNAI and the UP government is a testament for our shared commitment to the welfare and development of nurses. Together we will embark a journey that will transform the landscape of nursing in this state. The TNAI is proud to stand alongside the Uttar Pradesh Nirmaya mission, working hand in hand to elevate nursing profession to new heights. Thank you, and may this collaboration between TNAI and the government of UP pave the way for a brighter future for nurses across the state. And this we are considering as a pilot project, and the success will be repeated in many states to come. Thank you one, thank you all.
उन्होंने ये कहा था कि हम और सेक्रेटरी साहिबा गए थे वहाँ पे उनके चैम्बर में मिलने के लिए। सो उन्होंने कहा कि हिंदुस्तान उसमें भी उत्तर प्रदेश और लखनऊ यहाँ हिंदी चलेगी। हमें ये पता है, लेकिन मैं born and brought up from only in Kerala, but हम हिंदी बात करेंगे, है ना। कोई त्रुटि हो तो माफ़ कीजिएगा। वैसे ज़्यादा होना नहीं चाहिए, हमें अभी more than 50 years हो गया, है ना, यूपी में 50 to 53 years I have here only। तो ये जो ऐसा प्रोग्राम है, तो यूपी के ही नर्सेस का भला होने वाला नहीं है, पूरे हिंदुस्तान के नर्सेस का भला होगा, ऐसे मैं उम्मीद करती हूँ। और ये निर्माया मिशन के तहत काफ़ी कुछ करने का उनका दूरंदेशी कार्यक्रम है, उसके तहत हम सबको इनिशियल तौर पर आज यहाँ पर है, और उसके बाद भी कई डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स में ऐसे ही मीटिंग होंगी, और आप सबसे जानकारी हासिल करेंगे कि हमें और क्या करना है। और जितने भी कोलैबोरेटेड संस्थाएं हैं, आप देखते होंगे कोलैबोरेटेड काफ़ी लोग हैं, वो भी हमें हमारे नर्सेस को बहुत कुछ देंगे, सिखाएंगे, और को नर्सिंग एजुकेशन में ही केवल नहीं, स्किल डेवलप करेंगे, और इंग्लिश स्पीकिंग इतना अच्छा करवा देंगे, और उसका टेस्ट वायर लेकर के आपको, आप जो लोग जाना चाहेंगे उन्हें विदेशों में भी भेजेंगे, जॉब ओरिएंटेड भी होगा। तो ऐसे इन सब चीज़ों के लिए यहाँ पर इस प्रांगण में समर्पण के तहत सारे सब लोग हैं यहाँ पर। यहाँ पर जो डायरेक्टर है समर्पण का, और पूरे मैनेजमेंट, यहाँ के प्रिंसिपल मैडम दीप्ति, और भी जितने सहयोगी हैं, संस्थाएं हैं हमारे साथ जुड़े हैं जो कार्यक्रम में, उन सबको भी हम यहाँ पर स्वागत करते हैं। साथ साथ में सबको बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया भी अदा करते हैं। ये यहाँ पर छोड़ नहीं देना है, आगे भी इस प्रोग्राम को, इसको फॉलो अप ज़रूरी है। फॉलो अप करके इसको नज़रअंदाज ना करते हुए हमें आगे बढ़ना है। हम 21वीं सदी में हैं। 21वीं सदी का बहुत ज़्यादा साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी की बात कहने वाले एक प्रधानमंत्री हमारे हुआ करते थे। फिर एक हमारे प्रधानमंत्री और उनके सबके साथ में, और जब कोरोना आ गया तो हम वर्चुअल में बहुत ज़्यादा हो गए। पिछले जितने भी हमारा प्रोग्राम हुआ था वो सब वर्चुअल वे में हुआ था। अभी हमारे प्रिंसिपल सेक्रेटरी भी हमारे साथ ऐसे ही होंगे। उसका वजह कोरोना नहीं है, उसका वजह इस सीज़न में आप सबको मालूम होगा गवर्नमेंट में मई जून बहुत क्रिटिकल आवर्स होते हैं। ट्रांसफ़र, पोस्टिंग, ये वो सब बहुत कुछ ऐसे होता है। उन सब से समय निकालना उनके लिए बहुत मुश्किल होगा। यही वजह होंगे वो वर्चुअली हम लोगों के साथ जुड़ेंगे। उनको भी बहुत बहुत स्वागत के साथ शुक्रिया अदा करती हूँ। और मैडम किंचल हमारे DME हैं, डायरेक्टर जनरल ऑफ मेडिकल एजुकेशन, यंग एंड एनर्जेटिक है। वो भी किसी ऐसे कारणवश नहीं पहुंची होगी। उनको भी इस प्रांगण में समर्पण के इस गैदरिंग के साथ हम जोड़ते हैं और उनको भी बहुत बहुत स्वागत साथ साथ शुक्रिया भी अदा करते हैं। और यहाँ पर जितने भी लोग डाइस में हैं और डाइस के बाहर हैं, यहाँ जितने प्रिंसिपल्स हैं, मैनेजमेंट के मेंबर्स हैं और जितने भी लोग हैं, उन सबको भी इस प्रांगण में स्वागत करते हैं। यहाँ से कुछ फ्रूटफुल आउटकम लेकर के आप लोग जाएंगे, ऐसा मुझे उम्मीद है। आप सबको एक बार और हम स्वागत करते हैं। और यहाँ के लोगों का जो हॉस्पिटैलिटी है, जो देखरेख है, इन सब चीज़ों के लिए मैं यहाँ के मैनेजमेंट और जितने भी उपस्थित लोग हैं, इस हाल में ही केवल नहीं है, बिहाइंड द कर्टन ऑल्सो वर्किंग समवन, सो ऐसे जो काम करने वाले सभी को हम स्वागत करते हैं, उनको सबको शुक्रिया अदा करते हैं। हमें ये मौका दिया है, उसके लिए मैं बहुत बहुत शुक्रगुजार हूँ। और मैं TNAI की ओर से, TNAI द ट्रेंड नर्सेस एसोसिएशन ऑफ इंडिया, सुबह से लेकर उसके विषय में सब सुन रहे हैं। हमें प्राउड है, ये यहाँ लखनऊ से ये शुरुआत हुई थी इसकी। उस समय TNAI के नाम से नहीं था, मैडम ने अभी बताया। और वो 9 लोग थे नर्सिंग सुपरिटेंडेंट्स। उन्होंने सोचा, चाहा कुछ ऐसे एसोसिएशन होना चाहिए। फिर वो मर्ज हो गया 1908 में TNAI के रूप में। वो TNAI उस समय का, और हम लोग 100 ईयर्स से भी आगे चल गए और उसमें क्या क्या तब्दीलियाँ आई, ये सब आप लोग देख सकते हैं, समझ सकते हैं। आज तो एक वेबसाइट ओपन करिए, हर चीज़ आपको मिल जाएगा। पहले हम लोगों को हैंड बुक करके एक बुक मिलता था, उसी से हम लोग पढ़ते थे और पढ़ाते थे। तो वो समय आज नहीं है। और ये और आगे जहाँ है हमारे लेटरहेड पर है, वो ये हेड एंड हेड। हम लोगों को बहुत बहुत तरक्की हो, हमारे नर्सेस की बहुत बहुत तरक्की हो। और इससे एसोसिएटेड जितने लोग हैं, कोलैबोरेटेड संस्थाएं हैं, उनको भी साथ मिले रहें और बहुत से काम नर्सेस के लिए करें। ये शुभकामनाएं सबको हो, सबके साथ ये हम चाहते हैं। शुक्रिया, जय हिंद।
Try to connect with you, but due to some emergency, we are not able to connect. We are not able
मुझे
to
आवाज
join.
सुनाई नहीं दे रही है किसी की।
Sir, are you audible now?
ईबैक और वो संस्थाएं हैं और हमारे नर्सिंग कॉलेज के बंधकगण हैं, वहाँ से लोग पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे हैं। मैं आप सभी लोगों का इस बैठक में आने का स्वागत के लिए देखिए, ऐसा है कि आप लोग अवगत हैं कि मिशन निरामिया में हम लोग लगातार नर्सिंग एजुकेशन के क्षेत्र में गुणवत्ता को बेहतर करने का हम लोग काम कर रहे हैं। और आप सब लोगों का उसमें बहुत ही अच्छा योगदान है, सराहनीय योगदान है। तो मैं पहले तो आप सभी लोगों का धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं कि आप सही तरीके से जुड़े हुए हैं और जिस स्पिरिट में इस मिशन को चलाया जाना चाहिए उस स्पिरिट में आप चला रहे हैं। और हमारी तरफ से लगातार ये प्रयास है कि हम इस मिशन से ऐसी संस्थाओं को, ऐसे लोगों को जोड़ें जो हमारे नर्सिंग स्टूडेंट्स की गुणवत्ता को और बेहतर कर सकें। तो ट्रेन्ड नर्सेज एसोसिएशन ऑफ इंडिया TNAI, जो कि हमारी नर्सेज की ट्रेन्ड नर्सेज की सबसे बड़ी संस्था है और जो न केवल भारत में जुड़ी हुई है सारे लोगों के साथ, परंतु विदेशों में भी जो चैप्टर्स है नर्सिंग एसोसिएशंस के, उनके साथ भी जुड़ी हुई है। इनका ऑफिस दिल्ली में है, मैं गया था एक बार इनके ऑफिस में, देख के भी आया हूँ। ये अच्छी संस्था है और बड़े कमिटेड लोग हैं इस संस्था में। और मेरी इनके प्रेसिडेंट से भी, सेक्रेटरी जनरल शायद आज आई हुई हैं, उनसे भी और भी बाकी लोगों से मुलाकात हुई। तो इन्होंने ये हमसे अपेक्षा रखी थी कि साहब हम आपके जितने नर्सिंग कॉलेजेस हैं उनको भी अपने साथ जोड़ना चाहते हैं। उसी क्रम में शायद आपसे आज ये लोग बात कर रहे हैं कि इनमें दो तरह के हैं। एक तो जो रजिस्टर्ड नर्सेज होती हैं, जो स्टूडेंट स्टेज से बाहर निकल जाती है, प्रोफेशनल स्टेज में आ जाती है, उनके लिए तो TNAI है, ट्रेन्ड नर्सेज एसोसिएशन ऑफ इंडिया। और जब तक नर्सें छात्र के स्टेज पे रहती हैं, यानी स्टूडेंट नर्सेज रहती हैं, उनके लिए SNAI है, स्टूडेंट नर्सेज एसोसिएशन। और आम लोगों के लिए इट इज अ एसोसिएशन ऑफ द नर्सेज एंड फॉर द नर्स। तो ये लोग कोई बीमार पड़ता है तो उसमें भी उसकी मदद करते हैं, किसी और कोई परेशानी होती है, स्किल अपग्रेडेशन है उसमें किसी को विदेश भेजना हो उसमें भी मदद करते हैं। तो हर तरीके से ये मदद करते हैं। तो आप लोगों को ये विस्तार में बताएंगे कि ये किस तरीके से काम करते हैं। स्कॉलरशिप बच्चे होते हैं, आपके यहाँ भी आते होंगे, जो वैसे तो ब्राइट होते हैं लेकिन आर्थिक रूप से समृद्ध नहीं होते, और ऐसे बच्चों के लिए स्कॉलरशिप की आवश्यकता होती है। तो हमने इनके साथ एक ये भी बात किया उत्तर प्रदेश स्टेट मेडिकल फैकल्टी की तरफ से कि हम कुछ मेधावी छात्रों के लिए स्कॉलरशिप की स्कीम भी करें। सरकार, उत्तर प्रदेश सरकार की तरफ से SC/ST छात्रों को और कैटेगरी के लोगों को मिल जाती है, बट कई ऐसे बच्चे होते हैं जिनको उनमें छात्रवृत्ति नहीं मिलती। तो एक हम लोग इनके साथ ये भी काम, तो हम लोग को अभी मिशन निरामया का ज्यादा फोकस स्टूडेंट नर्स है, जब उसके एडमिशन से लेके उसके एग्जामिनेशन पास और रजिस्ट्रेशन। अब ये जो मिशन निरामया, तो अब हमें महसूस हो रहा है ये जितना अभी चलाने, ये नर्सेस की भी तो अभी वर्कफोर्स पे है, यानी रजिस्टर्ड नर्सेस हैं, लेकिन जब हम लोग उनके पास बात करने जाते हैं तो उनको ये ऐसा महसूस होता है कि उनकी क्लिनिकल स्किल्स में और तो अब हम लोग इसके साथ साथ लेवल पे जो नर्स की ट्रेनिंग है उसको इम्प्रूव करने के साथ साथ अब एक और प्रोग्राम लेने का प्रयास तो स्किल्ड मतलब जो इन सर्विस नर्सेज हैं उनकी स्किल लेवल्स को बढ़ाने की बात कर रहे हैं। उसके लिए भी हम लोगों ने TNAI से बात किया है। उनका एक ग्रेटर नोएडा में बहुत अच्छा कैंपस है जहाँ पे वो ट्रेनिंग देते हैं। तो मैं आप लोगों से आग्रह करूंगा कि ऐसे नर्सिंग कॉलेजेस जिनको फैकल्टी के स्किल्स को अपग्रेड करने की जरूरत हो, या ऐसे आपके हॉस्पिटल्स में जो नर्सिंग कॉलेजेस के साथ अटैच्ड हॉस्पिटल्स है उसमें स्टाफ नर्सेज या उनके साथ उनके स्किल के अपग्रेडेशन की जरूरत हो, तो जरूर इस फैसिलिटी का लाभ लें आप। एक और बात जो हम एम्प्लॉयर से जब बात करते हैं तो उनसे ये सुनने में आती है कि हमारे जो नर्सिंग स्टूडेंट्स हैं उनके पास नर्सिंग के स्किल्स तो हैं, और नर्सिंग के नॉलेज भी हैं, लेकिन उनमें कुछ सॉफ्ट स्किल्स की पर्याप्त मात्रा में उपलब्धता नहीं हो पाती। फॉर इंस्टेंस आपका पेशेंट कम्युनिकेशन, बेडसाइड कम्युनिकेशन कैसा होना चाहिए, इसके अलावे आपके इंग्लिश से होना चाहिए। इसके अलावा इंग्लिश स्पीकिंग में भी कई जगहों पे कई एम्प्लॉयर्स, खास करके अगर आप यूपी से बाहर कहीं प्रैक्टिस करने जा रही हैं तो इंग्लिश स्पीकिंग की भी एक रिक्वायरमेंट। हम लोग ये संस्था हमने चुनी है ईबैक और ओईटी, ये लोग विदेशों में नर्सेस पोस्ट करने में मदद करते हैं और उनके लिए ये ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम चलाते हैं। आज ये लोग भी शायद आपके साथ अपने बात रखेंगे और मुझे लगता है कि ऐसे नर्सिंग कॉलेजेस जहाँ पे ऐसी छात्राएं हैं जहाँ क्लिनिकल ट्रेनिंग ठीक है और एकेडमिक ट्रेनिंग ठीक है और जहाँ पे फिनिशिंग के ये रिक्वायरमेंट्स है, बिकॉज एम्प्लॉयर्स को वो सारी चीजें चाहिए, ना केवल उनको नर्सिंग एकेडमिकली ब्राइट चाहिए, वो स्किल नर्स भी चाहिए और साथ साथ ऐसे नर्स चाहिए जो कि कम्युनिकेशन में भी इफेक्टिव। तो ये जो कम्युनिकेशन और सॉफ्ट स्किल्स वाली पार्ट होती है वो अभी हमारे नर्सिंग उसको अभी ध्यान नहीं दिया है, फोकस नहीं दिया है। तो ये एक फोरम, चूंकि आपकी फोरम में गैदरिंग हो रही थी तो हमने ये सोचा कि ये भी आप लोग के सामने इसको भी एक्सपोज किया जाए और जहाँ पे प्रबंधक महसूस करते हैं कि उनके बच्चों को एम्प्लॉयमेंट में इसका लाभ मिलेगा, वो इन सेवाओं का लाभ ले सकते हैं। बहुत सारे कल हम इन लोगों से मिले थे, कई राज्यों में कई मेडिकल कॉलेजेस में और नर्सिंग कॉलेजेस में इनका प्रेफरेंस है, तो इनका भी आप लोग लाभ उठाएं कि आपकी नर्सिंग स्टूडेंट्स और कॉन्फिडेंट होंगी और जॉब मार्केट में उनकी वैल्यू ज्यादा, और जब उनकी जॉब मार्केट में वैल्यू ज्यादा होगी तो आपके स्कूल के, आपके कॉलेज के लिए जो एंट्रेंस है उनकी भी डिमांड बेटर होगी, क्योंकि जब अच्छे बच्चों की प्लेसमेंट होगी तो वर्ड ऑफ माउथ से ये जरूर होता है कि भाई इस नर्सिंग कॉलेज में कि बच्चों की प्लेसमेंट अच्छी हो रही है, उनके बच्चों को ज्यादा तनख्वाहें मिल रही है, तो बेहतर स्टूडेंट्स आपके कॉलेज की तरफ एडमिशन लेना प्रेफर करें। तो मेरा आप लोगों से आग्रह है कि मिशन निरामया में हम लोगों ने एक साल में अगर मैं देखूं तो बहुत सारी उपलब्धियां हम लोगों ने हासिल की, लेकिन ये जो मिशन है ये लगातार चलना है, ये कारवां अभी रुकने के लिए अभी नहीं है। बहुत सारे अभी सोपान, अभी बहुत सारे माइलस्टोन हमें कवर करने, और जैसा कि माननीय मुख्यमंत्री ने कहा कि उत्तर प्रदेश को हमें नर्सिंग एजुकेशन के क्षेत्र में एक हब के रूप में स्थापित करना है, और मैं उम्मीद करता हूं कि TNAI, OET, ईबैक, इन सब लोगों के साथ मिलकर के हम जो अगला सोपान है उसको प्राप्त करने में हमें मदद मिलेगी। मैं पुनः आप सब लोग इस वर्कशॉप में जो डेलिब्रेशंस होंगे वो आप लोग के लिए फलदायी हो, प्रोडक्टिव हो, केवल चर्चा विचर्चा ना बने बल्कि वो कार्य रूप में परिणत हो और जमीन पे उतरे। मैं ऐसी अपेक्षा करता हूँ, मैं ऐसी शुभकामनाएं मेरी तरफ से आप सभी लोगों को इस वर्कशॉप के लिए धन्यवाद। विशेष रूप से मैं TNAI के जो रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स हैं, सेक्रेटरी जनरल एवलिन जी हैं और भी उनके कलीग्स हैं, OET के रिप्रेजेंटेटिव हैं, ईबैक के रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स हैं, इनका मैं विशेष रूप से धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं कि उन लोगों ने अपने जो विशेषज्ञता है, जो उनके अनुभव है, उनका लाभ हमें दे रहे हैं। इसके लिए मैं विभाग की ओर से उनका शुक्रिया अदा करता हूं, और मैं उम्मीद करता हूं कि इस वर्कशॉप के बाद आप सब लोग इस वर्कशॉप का लाभ उठाते हुए कुछ उसको कार्य रूप देंगे और परिणत करेंगे, ग्राउंड लेवल पे हमें वो चेंज दिखाई देंगे। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, शुभकामनाएं,
थैंक यू सो मच सर कि आप अपनी बिजी।
तो मैं बहुत ज़्यादा समय नहीं लूँगा, ऑलरेडी अभी बहुत सारी चीज़ें हो चुकी हैं और बहुत सारी कहना बाकी भी है। फिर भी जो मैडम एवलिन जी, मिस्टर श्रीकांतन, आशीष भूषण जी, वाजपेयी जी हमारे प्रेसिडेंट, मैडम सावंत, मिसिस भूमिका सिंह, डॉक्टर नीतू देवी, मिस्टर अभिषेक कपूर, हमारे अटल बिहारी यूनिवर्सिटी के डीन नर्सिंग और जितने भी गणमान्य लोग हैं, मैं सभी का अभिनंदन करता हूं और उम्मीद करता हूं कि ये वर्कशॉप हमारे लिए बहुत ही लाभदायक, फ्रूटफुल सिद्ध होगी। जो इसका वर्कशॉप का जो थीम है, जो पर्पज़ है इसका, वो TNAI के बारे में उत्तर प्रदेश के नर्सिंग प्रधानाचार्यों को और उनके स्टूडेंट्स को जागरूक करना है, जो मुझे लगता है। और दूसरा कि जो हमारा मिशन निरामया है उससे आप लोग भलीभांति परिचित हैं, लेकिन उसके जो कुछ कंपोनेंट हैं उनको एक बार फिर से री स्ट्रेंथन करना है। मिशन निरामया के बारे में आप लोग जानते ही हैं और कई लोगों ने कहा है कि हम करते करते थक भी गए हैं। रोज़ नई नई गाइडलाइंस आ जाती हैं, आज ये करिए, आज ये फॉर्म भरिए, आज ये गूगल फॉर्म, वो सब। तो जैसे कि होता है किसी भी कोई भी कोर्स होता है, MBBS है, इंजीनियरिंग है, नर्सिंग है, तो शुरुआती के दिनों में बड़ा लगता है कि कहाँ फंस गए हैं, कैसे करेंगे, क्या करेंगे, लेकिन धीरे धीरे फिर हम लोग उस पर ट्यून्ड अप हो जाते हैं, हमारी आदत पड़ जाती है। तो हो सकता है 2-4 महीने बाद जब तक आप दिन में 4-5 गूगल फॉर्म ना भरने आपको नींद ना आए। अभी थोड़ा सा अजीब लग रहा होगा। एनीवे, तो आपको पता ही है कि मिशन निरामया में हम लोग सिलेक्शन के ऊपर और जो थ्रू आउट जो उनका कोर्स है उसमें कैसे उनकी कैरियर अपग्रेड करें, उनकी स्किल इन्हांस करें। इसके बाद जब वो निकलें अपना पूरा कोर्स करने के बाद, तो ऐसा ना हो कि डिग्री लेके वो बैठे रहें, उन्हें तुरंत ही जॉब मिल जाए। तो उसके लिए एक एग्जिट एग्ज़ाम का भी प्रपोजल है। साथ ही ये भी कुछ इशू था कि अन्य राज्यों से बच्चे करके आ जाते हैं और वो हमारे स्टेट के जो बच्चे हैं उनका एक तरह से अधिकार वो कर रहे हैं। तो उसके लिए भी कुछ सोच रहे हैं हम लोग, कुछ प्लान कर रहे हैं कि कम से कम, देखिए हम किसी को भी डिमार्केट नहीं कर सकते कि आप आएँ या आप ना आएँ, लेकिन जो भी आए वो क्वालिटी, उसकी स्टडी अच्छी हो, उसकी स्किल अच्छी हो। दूसरी बात ये है कि जो TNAI का है, मुझे बड़ा आश्चर्य हुआ जान के कि ये संस्था यहीं से शुरू हुई थी, पहले भी मैडम ने बताया था। और इसी प्रदेश में संस्था के बारे में मेंबरशिप बहुत कम है, लोग बहुत कम जानते हैं। जैसे कहते हैं ना, चिराग तले अंधेरा। तो ये दोनों के लिए ही सोचने की बात है, हम लोगों के लिए भी और संस्था के लिए भी, कि जहाँ से आप शुरू हुए वहीं पर आपका प्रचार प्रसार इतना नहीं है कि लोग आपको वो करें। और हम लोगों को भी ये सोच के थोड़ा सा अच्छा नहीं लगेगा कि इतनी समृद्ध संस्था है, इतनी पुरानी संस्था है, जिसे कि भारतवर्ष ही नहीं बाकी देशों में भी लोग जानते हैं, उसके बारे में हम ही नहीं जानते। तो मेरा आग्रह है आप सभी लोगों से कि संस्था के बारे में जानें, अपने बच्चों को इसके जो फेलोशिप, जो इसका मेंबरशिप है, उसके जो फ़ायदे नुकसान है उसके बारे में अवगत कराएं। और यदि आपको लगता है कि उनके लिए ये फ्रूटफुल रहेंगे तो उनको प्रोत्साहित करेंगे, संस्था से जोड़ें। और साथ ही संस्था को भी मैं ये थोड़ा कहना चाहूँगा कि आप लोग, जैसे कि अभी हम लोग प्रमोट कर रहे हैं कि आप मेंबर बनिए, मेंबरशिप लीजिए, आप लोग इस लेवल पर पहुँच जाइए कि आपके पास हो कि नहीं, हम 2026 तक तो हमारे पास खाली नहीं है, 27 के लिए आप आवेदन करें। उस लेवल तक आप संस्था की आपकी पहुँच जाए, तभी आपका, जैसे कोई भी कॉलेज है, कोई भी नर्सिंग कॉलेज है, 2 तरह के कॉलेज होते हैं। एक कॉलेज है, उनके प्रतिनिधि जाते हैं आसपास के क्षेत्रों में, हॉस्पिटल्स में, आप हमें बच्चे दीजिए, एडमिशन्स दीजिए। कुछ कॉलेज ऐसे होते हैं जो कहते हैं साल एडमिशन फुल हो गए, अभी साल आप आइए। तो मेरी शुभकामनाएं हैं संस्था के लिए कि आप जल्दी से जल्दी उस लेवल पर पहुंच जाएं कि जब लोग आपको अप्लाई करें, आप उनसे कहें कि आप वेटिंग में हैं, आपका 2026 में नंबर आएगा, आपका 27 में आएगा, या आप जब रिटायरमेंट होगा तब आपको कर देंगे, ऐसा कुछ बन जाएगा। हमारे जैसे मेडिकल में है, नेम्स करके है, NAMS, आप जानते होंगे, एम्स के बगल में इसका कैंपस है। उसकी मेंबरशिप के लिए अगर मैं सीधे अप्रोच करूं तो मुझे नहीं मिलेगी। वो कहेंगे कि आप जो ऑलरेडी हमारे 2 फेलो हैं उनसे रिकमेंडेशन लाइए, अपने पेपर्स दीजिए, 50 दिन की फॉर्मेलिटीज़ हैं। मतलब मुझे मेंबरशिप लेने में, जबकि मैं डीन था सैफिल यूनिवर्सिटी में, तो मुझे 3 महीने लगे थे उसमें। तो आपको 3 साल लगे। मैं ऐसी शुभकामनाएं आपकी संस्था को देता हूँ और इसी के साथ आप सबका मैं आभार प्रकट करता हूँ। धन्यवाद।
Of all and great leaders among you all. So to say few words about the Trained Nurses Association of India, I am privileged and honored to stand here on behalf of the entire nurses in India. Because very often this question comes, क्या करते हैं TNAI? You may also have the same questions. So I want to just clarify this all the doubts. What is TNAI has been doing for all these 115 years, and what we are planning to do in coming many centuries ahead. because already everyone said that the Trained Nurses Association of India has been started here in 1905 with the 9 European nurses. First they came here and they started this association. We want to do something else for this nurses in India. That means how to start the nursing in India. So after they started in 1908, we had the other committee that come in. Then they said, why should we have only the Nursing Super Association? Let us have a Trained Nurses Association of India. You may be asking these questions, why is it the trained nurses? In those days, it was no trained nurses were there. Only we were having the informal education in India. So that was the reason they started this education. That means a trained nurses education in India. Nurses as well as the trained nurses have to miss out the great opportunity provided by the Trained Nurses Association of India. We are also having members from the academic, clinical service, research, administration and public health. And members are from the central government, state government institutions. So I humbly request all the dignitaries on the dais to sit in front so that it will be visible for them to see it. Thank you. Sorry for the inconvenience. In general welfare of nurses, these are the objectives, how we met. All these years I will be explained to one by one. What are the achievements of the TNAI since 1905? So first one is the 1910, they thought that because the only medium of communication is the Nursing Journal of India. So first and foremost, they initiated the Nursing Journal. This is one of the world third journal. And in first journal is American Heart Journal Association, and second one is a British Journal, and third one is the Nursing Journal of India. Some of you may be asking questions, but now this is on the corpus or PubMed and all things. We are working on it, and since 2015 it was there and now disconnected, and we are working on it. Very soon it will be coming on the top again, once again. And because again the people will ask what DNA has been done. Because any one of you may be knowing when the first College of Nursing started in India. Any query, any answer? First College of Nursing in India? RAK College of Nursing. In which year it was started? 1946. Till 1946 what we are doing? TNA was working on it. Because the first formal education came in India in later period of 1920. That means from 1905 onwards they were working on how to bring the formal education in India. And 1920 to 1940 we could be able to bring this midwifery course. There's a 6 months course. Then we want to go a little more higher. Then A&M Axillary Nurse Midwife and GNM General Nursing Midwife for 3 years and 9 months, and a post-certificate course. These are the courses we could be able to do it since 1920 to 1940. The first College of Nursing in India came in 1946 because of the Trained Nurses Association of India. Because as soon as the association formed, they formed the committee for education, they formed the committee for service, they formed the committee for public health, and they formed the committee for research. These are all the various committees. They worked very hard. They represented the information to that time known as that board committee recommendation 1946. Then they realized that we need to improve the health is depend upon the nurses. We need to have a collegiate program. So the TNAI brought the system of formal education in India. 1946 only we could be able to establish 2 colleges, one for North RAK College of Nursing, one for South CMC Hospital Vellore. And 1959 I said we need to go little more higher level. Again TNA stood for, and they said that we want to have the Master of Nursing program, and we could be able to establish the post-certificate nursing as well as the MSc nursing. Then again we said no, we need the nurses. We are so intelligent, so intellectual. We can do much more than that. Again we want the Master of Philosophy Nursing, and we could be able to get it in 1980s. Then now we are talking about since many years, we have been talking about the independent practitioner for nurses. But we are still demanding, we want the proper cadre, we want the proper legal framework, we want to have a proper nomenclature. Then only we can able to do it, otherwise we may find it difficult after that. But now we are working hard, we are working on all this area, because the TNA is a liaison between the nurses and the government and the TNAI. because we are the connection networking. We are involved in the policy making. We are involved in all the that means whatever we want. That's the reason we are not only increasing the membership is not our goal. Number is matters. So whenever we take any information to the government of India, the first question they ask, what is your membership? When we have 5 lakhs, our question is not answered because the health minister, the union health minister knew that we are the more than 29 lakh nurses in India. Why the only 5 lakh nurses are the member? That is the reason you and me are not heard of properly. We keep addressing this issue to the government, but we need to increase the membership because if you see, imagine that we have a 29 lakhs nurses a member. We need not to go to the government and ask. Government will come and ask nurses what we want. That things is not so far. For that you and me need to work together. Come together to make the dream to happen. Because 1905 they had the imagination and we want to, you and me have to part of it to make it everything possible. And after we establish the formal education, again we realize that we are not government organization. We are not a regulated body. Who will give you the certificate? The first council, the TNAI was instrumental in establishing the State Nursing Council as well as Indian Nursing Council. The first council we formed in 1926 in Tamil Nadu, Chennai, because once the A&M are passed out, we want to give them the certificate. After the 1920, the first council that is established in Chennai, Tamil Nadu Nurses Midwife Registration Council, they started. Then we said that India is a vast country, we have to have one common council. Again in 1947, we could able to establish the Indian Nursing Council. So TNAI takes pride in saying that not only we have formal education, we are also instrumental in establishing the system of formal education in India. And since 1950, Government of India, the President of India were the patron of this association. So they were also helped in many areas of our association. After that they realized TNAI should not be in only one place. We have to spread out. Currently we have 34 branches across India. We are also having the one overseas in London. And 1950, Government of India recognized Trained Nurses Association of India as a service organization. The same recognition has been given to across all the states. So we are recognized by the Government of India. Not only in India is the first association, it is the world. We are the largest and biggest and oldest association in India. Why not we need to connect together and work together for our own nurses and members? And currently then they said that we need to have one office. So currently where we are in having the headquarters in Greater Noida, that means headquarters in Delhi, and where the foundation stone was laid by Dr. Radhakrishnan in 1960, the same building was inaugurated by Srimati Indira Gandhi in 1961. Nurses saved, we are good in saving little money and we could be able to do that. And currently, before that, till 1950, we were in the rented building in Rajpur, Alipur Road in Delhi. And previously, many of you have visited that. Since 1961 to 2019, we were in having the old building. And as soon as the WHO could not do the inauguration, but the same building has been dedicated to the COVID martyr in 2021 by the TNAI Council. Then again, the TNAI was instrumental in initiating the Florence Nightingale Award. Now every year, President of India is to give this award, and this was also initiated by the Trained Nurses Association of India. First award was given in 1971, but up till 1986, again 1986 to 2006, again TNAI wanted to have this award back, and we talked to the government and President of India, and we got it the award back in 2007. And not only we are holding the position at the national level, we are also connected with the international level, Commonwealth Nurses Midwife Federation. And again, this since 1974, we also recently went and visited the place. Again, we are also connected with the International Council of Nurses from 1912 to 1993. Because the fees was very huge, we could not pay, we de-affiliated. Now again, this year or next year soon, we will become associated with the International Council of Nurses too. 7, the Government of India recognized the TNAI's work and dedicate the entire road are named as the Florence Nightingale Lane. Nowhere in the world, nowhere in the country, where any road is named as a Florence Nightingale because this is a modern for nurses. And 2011, the Philately Department recognized the TNA's effort and they released a stamp in the name of the Trained Nurses Association of India. Again, nurses are very good in economic saving the money. 1984, our nurse leaders they realized that we want to establish the Central Institute of Nursing and Research Center as well as a daycare center as well as a elder care home. And this was nearly 40 crore project. We went around asked many people and nobody given any amount for that. But again we requested the entire nurses, this is the effort of the entire student nurses as well as the TNA member, and because all the branches we had, when we asked that we want the 2 bricks money, we want a 1 kg cement, we used to publish in the journal, and nurses came forward to bring this building. Now this is a really dream come true, and this was none other than inaugurated by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam in 2012. And because main thing I want to tell one small story here, not story, this is a heart touching. And one day I joined in this association 2004. One letter received from one of the senior nurse from West Bengal, and she said, ma'am, you keep advertising, but I do not have much money to give, but I am sending 1 month pension, that is 864 rupees. You cannot do much, but you can please cultivate some fruit tree and come and let my friends will come and enjoy when they are coming for the elderly care home. This is the vision of the nurses. Then another one nurse from Maharashtra, Gulnaz Begum, she said, throughout the 40 years of my professional career, because the Trained Nurses Association of India, who brought the proper formal education, I have earned the butter and bread through this profession, so I wanted to give it back. She wrote a will in 2011, 16 lakhs rupees, 8 lakhs for the student nurses welfare and 8 lakhs for the trained nurses welfare as well as elderly care home. This is the commitment across the nurses in India. Many of the students contributed 1 brick, 2 brick. Now we are having this building. We need to have another 3 more buildings. We have to bring now currently we have only the daycare center. We want to bring another that means a training block as well as the auditorium, and anyway future we will be doing it very soon. And all this detailed information Mr. Sangamitra will come and narrate what are the things we are doing there and what are the training programs happening, how we can utilize it, will explain. In 2016, the Protector General of Immigrant from the Ministry of External Affairs, he called the TNAI, then requested, why can't we become the recognized recruitment agency? Because nurses has been exploited very badly. The nurses has given money like 8 lakhs to 28 lakhs money they have given to go abroad. So why can't we prevent that one? We said we are Society Act, we are not a Company Act, but he changed the rules in the ministry that that law, and they incorporate the TNAI, they recruit the nurses. 2017 onwards, we become the registered recruitment agency and we are recruiting the nurses abroad. So far, more than nearly 300 nurses we recruited. This is a free recruitment. 1 naya paisa they have spent when they went through the TNAI. And currently 1 nurse went from again your state will come first. Because the vision of organizing this one, that recruitment, usually the people from South, Kerala, Tamil Nadu and very nearby state only go. Why can't the other state nurses also should go? Our vision was we have to motivate, even if they want to go. We are not motivating everybody to go abroad. Even if they go abroad, we let them go without any corruption, without any paying any money here in their agency. And we started, first nurse went through the TNAI was from UP. You need to be proud about it. And we signed a MOU with many of the NHS hospital. We are recruiting the nurses across. And anyone is interested, your students, you can guide them. We have a website and we can talk to them later. And even we can arrange a virtual meeting. We can address all these issues to them, how we can become and how they can go. And TNA also affiliated with the national and international fee of the organization which I mentioned here. And what are the benefits? Once you become a member, what I will get, what the SNA will get, what the TNA members will get. And under the umbrella of the Trained Nurses Association of India, we also have the another wing as the Student Nurses Association of India. The Student Nurses Association also established under the umbrella of the TNAI since 1929. They are marching towards the centenary in 2029. Only few more years are left. So before that, we want every institutions to become every institution motivate. That's the reason we are here also. Motivate every student nurses to be a member because they have the huge benefits. So the number of SNA unit currently we have 1,288. We have nearly 2.5 lakhs as a student nurses member across India. And number one is the scholarship for the students. Because how much money they are paying at the time of first year, they have to pay only 2,000 rupees. This is for the entire career. Before that, what we used to do, we used to collect the student subscription. Then once they become a staff, and again they have to pay 2,200. Now we have, because otherwise we have said that no, at the time of admission itself, let them pay 2,000 rupees, and they are be named as this SNA TNA membership. Since 4 years, they will be as a SNA member. After, as soon as they become a TNA member, and we will transfer them into membership. Only thing we request the principal to write a letter. This all the name of the students have adopted the SNA TNA membership plan. They passed out. And they have to give the registration certificate if possible. Or even the covering letter of the principal itself, we will be transferred to them to the SNA, to TNA membership, and we will be sending them the membership card. So first and foremost, benefit they are getting is every SNA unit, once they have become a unit, if they pay the subscription for the 3 years regularly, and they will be getting the award. That means one student will get the scholarship, that is a 24,000. So this is like this. Now currently we are giving scholarship for 500 to 600, and whichever the institutions are applying, we are giving. Currently we are giving 2.5 to 3 crore rupees, we are giving scholarships across India. And the scholarships available for ANM also, BSc Nursing, GNM, even the TNA scholarship for the PCBSc as well as the MSc. Second one, now recently we introduced that, the cash award for the best SNA unit. If they are participating in the state program and national program or any evidence-based research program, anything else, we have the criteria, and that criteria is already pasted in the TNA website. And the best unit in the India will get a 1 lakh rupees as a cash award, second award 75, and third one was a 50. And again, if the institutions are paying the subscription very regularly and connected with us very regularly, if they have 5 years, if they completed this plan, and we have started giving the modular skill trainer, that is a worth of really 25,000, then or if they regularly pay for 3 years, they will give the that means a uterine collection kit. That's for the, again they can use it for the demonstrating the various OBG procedures. Again, any disaster strikes, immediately TNA extend the hand, whether they are student, whether they are state, immediately we identify the respective state branch president, go and visit the area, and they'll give the information. Individual also, we used to give them the relief as well as the state, as well as the Prime Minister Relief Fund or the Chief Minister Relief Fund, wherever there is individual to at the national. Even sometimes we used to give them the support to the neighboring country like Nepal and Bhutan. And currently we have announced that, because even every state, because the US is UP, in the UP state, now currently we have only 24 SNA unit. Even 24 SNA units also not that much active in paying the subscription fees. And one, for example, I am saying 24 SNA unit come together and they elect the state SNA advisor from the faculty and the state SNA vice president as well as the SNA secretary. And the SNA vice president, SNA secretary as well as the state advisor will be invited for every year during the TNAI national conference. Because before the conference, we have a general committee meeting. In that meeting, they will come and we have given allowance. That means we used to give them the flight fare for them, 5 days journey and everything, all the expenditure borne by the TNAI headquarters. Again, if you are having the regular SNA unit, the Nursing Journal of India, as well as the TNA bulletin also regularly come into your association. If you are already as a TNAI, we are that means SNA unit, if you are not getting the journal or bulletin, you can immediately contact us and help desk and anyone and immediately send a WhatsApp, and that itself we can do we can send it. And even the TNA also publish the textbook, only the very limited cost, that means we will be giving the very concessional rate. Now that's also available. Now we revised many of the book and it will be available with TNAI. You can contact us and it will be like a concession rate will be available. And TNA also proudly announced that we have a TNA mobile app, because we need not go even to the website. You can download this app. You can get this all the information. What are the current informations happening? How we can go? What is happening? Every information we are giving. Any program it's coming up through the app. Please download this app and get benefited to know about the TNAI. And observation visit, because people across India, if there is a SNA unit is there, no need to pay any subscription fees, because हम बोलते हैं माँ का घर है. Whenever they are coming, they can come, and whether the student nurses or trained nurses, any day they can come, any time they can come. Between 8:30 to 6:30 we are there, and you can come, and because association we are in relationship with the members and we concern for all these things. So anytime they can come and visit the TNA headquarters to get the orientation program. And again, the one more last May they announced this accidental death insurance for the scheme for the nurses. Because any nurses die with any accidental death, immediately TNA will give the 10 lakhs rupees. Now the council also thinking the same thing to give it for the student nurses. That's what by God's grace everyone should live happily. But because anything happen at any time, and again the TNAI provides is very easily available for the nurses. Again, these are all the things in the app store, and we can just get it and connect with us, and we will be giving all the information. And I need not to say much about this thing. Again, TNA started this TNA fellowship program. It's not it's on the pipeline. We are setting out the criteria, and we are working with the Alive and Thrive, and because what are the criteria, and everything will be online. We created the learning management system, and the TNA can give the credit hours for the nurses, because many of the council, they have already started giving the license, re-license and everything. They have to need the credit hours, and if they are the member, almost all the courses, only thing you need to be a member of the TNAI or SNAI. This is available to the entire nurses. Just click one button and all the courses available. You can do it on your own time. You can upgrade your skills, because continuous professional development is the one of the major concern for the nurses, because they need to upload. Because one thing, during the COVID, we were not aware how to educate the students. Immediately we developed the learning management system. Almost 2.5 lakh nurses were benefited, student nurses as well as the staff nurses, how to take care of this. So please make use of it. Such a courses will be coming on a TNAI learning management system. And very soon we have also worked with the WHO, undertook a lot of project on that, and very soon this is a learning management system. We already have a 4 or 5 courses. You can just get that means no, and you can register, you can get all this, you can update yourself. Again, Lifetime Achievement Award, once in 2 years, the nurses across India, the application will be available, everything in on TNA website or social media. And you can apply the best nurse, that means above 6 years. There are criteria, and many of the nurses have got the Lifetime Achievement Award. Every year we organize the conferences, Student Nurses Conference and TNA Conference. This year, 2023, we are going to organize the Student Nurses Conference, which will be held in Hyderabad, because around 3,000 nurses across India will come participate. Because every state, every unit, they will participate, and the state unit level nurses, they will participate at the state level. The state best competitors, they will come onto the national level to have the competition. And Miss SNAI, Mr. SNAI, all the sports level competition, and so many competition, because already all the various competitions are already given. Poster presentation, research paper presentation, already given. Yes, you have to work hard in your own unit and compete with the state level. The best paper will be sent to the national level, and from the national we have a scrutinize committee, and it will be done at the national level. So these are some of the themes of the conferences. Please motivate and you be a SNA unit, and most motivate your student nurses to be part of it. Other benefits like a national research grant. Since 2020, TNA started giving the national grant. This is not a group or an institution, individual. If you are enough, mainly we focus on the evidence-based practice. And if you are ended already, the 2020 selection is over. Every year 10 to 15 awards we are giving, grant we are giving. And this year grant we will be publishing it very shortly. And please work on that. Best nurses, you can work on that grant and evidence-based on this area, and you can give. And workshop grant also available for the state branches. And again, the TNA has planned to have a purchase the land for almost all the states. The vision of TNAI is not only having headquarters, you need to come. We want to purchase the land in almost all the states, and all the states have to have the building, and they have a regular continuous professional development program, and we want to keep the simulation lab also, and we want to have a continuous professional development activities, if possible even the guest house and elderly care home. This is a long term vision, and we have purchased the land for Mizoram, we purchased the land for Odisha, started construction, and Andhra Pradesh are working free. The TNA will give the support, the fund, and you can help, that means you can build, you can raise the fund, you can do the wonders. Even our principal secretary is very fond of, that means nurses in this country. We can approach him to help us out, and very shortly we will do it, all the things together, if you and me cooperated very well, and we can make it possible. And planning to establish a simulation lab across the, currently already 5 region has been identified. We are working on it, and sponsoring aspirant candidates for the public health service examination. Even some of the nurses reached up to this level. But if anybody, any nurses, and we nurses are not less than anyone. So if any nurses are interested in this public service, and they can put up that we are going to publish again the public, that means application. Fill them, let them come. They have to pass the preliminary examination. Once they pass the preliminary examination, then TNA will support them, encourage them. Free accommodation, free training, and they will also sponsor certain amount for the training. These are all the things are available, because Mr. Sangamitra will explain further more detail about what is the TNAI and SNA is doing, and mainly she will talk about the continuous professional development, how we are going to have, how we are going to work with the UP government to establish the simulation lab, how we can focus on all the other things we'll say. And anyway, our Mr. Shrikant and Mr. Ashish Bhushan, they will talk about the overseas, and TNAI will work hard to send the nurses without any money. They're proud to be a nurse, and I hope you all also feel proud to be a nurse.
50% of these people are going to be nurses and midwives. Now, again, India produces about 60,000 nurses, all inclusive A&M, GNM, and BSc every year. Now, with that kind of potential, I think we are already at a surplus. But what the Secretary today morning mentioned is, and what currently that's happening through the NIRNAY mission and other initiatives of the government is, we are trying to empower these nurses, make them more employable through various programs. So while there are a lot of core technical skills which are already being offered, I think language communication or soft skills is one part which is being missing, or it has been delivered through some of the curriculums of INC or other university curriculums. But what are the requirements of the industry, the corporate hospitals within India and outside India as well? So, as I mentioned, there's a huge gap which we are seeing in the globally in the healthcare space. Moving forward, so what I'm going to focus upon largely is picking up on some of the cases from US, Australia, UK, these developed nations, and try to understand what's happening there and why there's huge shortage. Some of the points here is, if you look at COVID pandemic, definitely that has actually shown us or probably presented it more widely that yes, there is a shortage, but some of the prevalent situations which has been there for a long time is aging population, definitely yes. A lot of the working staff who are there, they are aging as well. So which means there's a demand which is already being created, and most of these countries, if you talk about, not many people are getting into profession. India and some of other countries like Philippines, we are one of the topmost source countries for which are sourcing healthcare professionals to these English-speaking countries and developed nations. Moving further, if you talk about UK alone, NHS, which is the health regulatory body called as a National Health Services in UK, they employ close to 1.2 million people, which is one of the largest across the globe. Over 110,000 vacancies are currently there in England, out of which 1 in 10 nurses postings are empty. Again, some of the key reasons there is aging population. Not many people are getting into the nursing. And if you look at other thing is, within the nursing community or the healthcare professionals itself, they are not in fact taking those kind of jobs. A lot of people after the COVID, because of the mental pressure or other things, work pressure, they are moving out of the healthcare industry itself. So that has actually, increased more demand. If you talk about US, 20% of US workforce left their jobs since pandemic. 20% is again huge number. We are talking about some 1 million number of nurses who have left. 40% of US doctors are age of 65 and could retire soon. 1 million nurses are over the age of 50 and thinking about retiring. Now again, aging is becoming a bigger problem. Another issue is not many new people or graduates are taking up these kind of roles within the country. You would be surprised to hear, while this data shows we have picked up mostly from the World Health Organization, 15% of US nurses are born overseas. 9% growth in RN workforce over the next 10 years, and 1.1 million new RNs needed to supplement retirees. That's the kind of demand we are looking at just one country. UK is another requirement. Further talking about, if you look at the numbers for Australia, new nurses, 100,000 nurses shortfall by 2025. And this 1/3 of nurses in Australia are born overseas. So which means, there is already a trend wherein a lot of overseas nurses from India and other parts of the globe, they go to these countries and provide the services. In all, what we are trying to understand here is, if you look at more vacancies in the key markets, especially if we are talking about English-speaking countries or developed nations, more recruitment needed to fill roles and strong commitment to fund healthcare professions. Now, obviously, these are some of the major challenges which we are seeing in the global market. But obviously, there's a lot of some pertinent issues or challenges which we are also seeing in the domestic market. While we produce a lot of, and as I mentioned earlier, UP alone produces about 50,000, 60,000 nurses, every year. But again, there are not so many vacancies within UP or other parts of the country. And obviously, there's a supply-demand kind of a challenge, which is mismatching other candidates who are graduating. They're not well skilled. So there are these kind of issues, and that's where Nirmay Mission and things like these will come and probably help solve the situation. What we are going to do here is, we are trying to understand that, okay, while there is these kind of issues and problems are there, how to address these issues. Now, OET is one such examination which is kind of helping bridge the gap. And if you look at our mission and vision, what we see through, our mission is to improve global healthcare services, to enhance the lives of patients and healthcare professionals, and to create a sustainable enterprise where all stakeholders enjoy long-term success. Our vision is to connect the world to a better healthcare. Now, again, communication plays a very important role. The moment you go for any interview, anything, and you start talking, that's where your communication comes into play. If you are not able to communicate well, your definitely it impacts your salary, your promotion, a lot of other things. And that's where there's a huge requirement that, yes, while you are experts in your core technical skills, it's also required for us to be good into your communication skills. And that's where something like OET helps you. I'm going to touch upon a very quick aspect onto what OET is all about and how it helps. So in a simple term, OET is an English language test which has been set up in a healthcare context, which means while it will assess your language communications, and if I may add, it's mostly a workplace communication skills, which is assessed at a different level, starting from intermediate to advanced level. That's what it does. But within OET, we cover these 12 professions, and there are different tests which is being designed for each of the working professions or people who are studying in one of those professions. Further, if you look at how is OET different from other general English test, is the content of the test itself is very much related to your workplace core skills, which means when you are doing your speaking examination, so OET basically is being divided into 4 exams: speaking, writing, listening, and reading. And all these 4 tests are being conducted on one day. Candidates, they prepare for the examination, they'll go and sit, and once you attain a expected score as per the country, you will be allowed to process your visa and other documents, as per the country's requirement. But yes, language is the first barrier or first component which you need to address. and that's where OET comes into play. So coming back to the question, how is OET different to other general English tests? The content of the test is very much related to the workplace communication skills. When you talk about writing, you'll be asked to write a referral letter or something like that. In a speaking test, you'll be doing a role play of a patient and and a nurse or a professional, whichever that you have chosen. Specifically, it has been created specifically for healthcare professionals, developed by consultations with the language experts and subject matter experts for all these 12 professions. Candidates learn the type of language they need at work, to fulfill the requirement. So that's how OET has been developed. If you talk about why a healthcare specific, this is something which I already touched upon, but a quick snapshot is again the healthcare skill shortage in English-speaking countries. Aging is another one, and increased consumer expectations. So these are some of the common reasons which are coming up. Now, what our promise is that we are globally accessible and available through our different test partners, through our different network of test partners and preparation providers, people who are into preparation. OET is recognized globally in most of the English-speaking countries, developed nations, best-in-class care and support. So our team is out there 24/7. Any sort of support required in terms of testing or in terms of preparation, the team is out there and they'll be always happy to help you. In terms of recognition, OET has been recognized in, as I said, most of the countries: UK, Ireland, Australia, New Zealand, US, Canada, Singapore, Dubai. Most of the destination markets where the nurses or the healthcare professions are required, it is being recognized, and OET is considered as the test, which person from the healthcare background can take this test. The best part is that because it is being set up in the healthcare context, it makes it quite easier and comfortable for the candidate who is preparing for the examination, to get the scores or to achieve the expected scores. And that's where, most of the candidates now they are preferring to take the test. So this is a global footprint. We are recognized by more than 200 organizations, and obviously this is increasing day by day. We are present in more than 70 countries through a paper-based test. We also offer computer-based test and OET at home to the places where we don't have any physical test venue. In terms of why candidates take OET, some of the common reasons: registering as a healthcare regulator, with a healthcare regulator, getting a better job, friends referrals and colleague recommendation. There's some of the common reasons. Now, if you look at the trend, earlier the trend was that a lot of candidates, they used to go to the general English test like IELTS, TOEFL or other exams. Now that trend is shifting. Most of the people who hear about OET, they come and sit for the OET. So OET is kind of becoming their first test of choice again, especially for the healthcare professions. Nursing definitely is one of the major one. And if you look at large number of people now, they come straight away to sit for OET, and this has changed gradually, like in last 3 to 4 years. And it's obviously the graph is increasing. Consistent with 2018, the main reasons they choose OET because it's specific to healthcare, uses real healthcare scenarios. We are available in all the social media channels: Facebook, YouTube, Insta, LinkedIn, Twitter. You can definitely go and subscribe our page there. I think test is one part of this entire thing. The major part or the most important part comes is, there is a test, but how to prepare for the test. And that's where OET has a lot of content available on the website, free of cost, which people can access and will be able to go through. So we have study guides available on the website. There are different seminars, videos which are available, which candidates can look through. But apart from that, there are a lot of training support which is also provided through our different training organizations. So these are authorized training partners who are present across the globe. And today in the session, we are going to connect you with one of our training and testing organization, EPEC, who will be talking more on this platform. These are some of our prep providers who are there globally. But as I said, we have EPEC today who will be talking more on to the preparation part. So that brings me to the end of my presentation. As I said, it's more about bridging the gap and how we can support our candidates, our students who are preparing for a better future while they would want to go abroad. A lot of people who also stay back through this kind of process, they actually enhance their language communication, which not only helps them further into career, but otherwise also if you are looking for a jobs in the corporate sector, chain of hospitals or things like that, this definitely gives them a good support. Thanks for that, and I think any questions will be around during the lunch. I am here today with my colleagues Rinku and Prakriti, and we'll be more than happy to answer any of your questions today. Thank you so much.
My everyone who have TNAI for giving us this opportunity. So my name is Srikantan Gopalakrishna. I represent the company called EBEC. So EBEC is we are a company where we provide English language solutions. We work with a lot of international organizations like Cambridge for schools and colleges. With OET, where we conduct their test across India. We are also partners for Michigan, and we have certain tie-up particularly for healthcare with some UK content providers like SLC. So what do we provide? Why am I here? So before I go into this slide, I would like to say why we are here. We are the largest exam center. Hello? Yep. So let me stick to, due to the want of time, let me stick to the healthcare part. These are things what we provide, but I am going to focus more on this meeting on the healthcare English solutions. So we have OET centers. That's a background why we came into the healthcare segment. We started our first center in Chennai with the Apollo Group, and slowly we have grown. In 4 years now, we have become the largest test delivery partner for OET in South Asia. We cater to around 2,500 nurses or healthcare professionals every month. So when I say we cater to 2,000 nurses or 2,500 nurses every month, means that we see them on the test day. My team, when we say we see them on the test day, and the test day is very emotional. The candidates come with a lot of pressure, with the dreams if they pass this test they can go abroad. They come out with a lot of pressure, and some people they go happily, and we could see a lot of people crying sometimes because they know that they are not going to pass the test, and again they have to prepare, and might be their dreams are getting postponed. This created a kind of curiosity for us, and we wanted to know why they are not able to pass. And we aligned with a lot of nursing associations, and one main association is TNAI, where we aligned with them and we reached to the candidates who are the working nurses initially. So we have gone across India, we met them. We do a 1 day of free orientation on the levels of English, where they stand, why they are not able to pass, how much genuine time it will take. Also, during the course of time, we realized a lot of nurses were misled by agents by they being spending huge money for going abroad, whereas you need not even spend 1 rupee if you have the right skill. But the awareness was not there. So EBEC, from our part as an exam center of OET, we go across India, meet a lot of working nurses through different associations, and we do these awareness programs. But whether that was enough? No, it was not enough. So the awareness programs were morely on the language levels, where they stand, how much time it is going to take, and things. So what is a permanent solution? So the permanent solution, we realized that we need to go into the colleges. where it is a grassroots level, we need to create that awareness amongst the colleges on the opportunities available, and also awareness of language levels where like how English as a language can change somebody's life. If you have seen people going abroad, like there are two nurses, let me say like that, there are two nurses. One nurse, both are having the same skills, both are having the core skills, very good nurses, but one goes abroad and maybe the life is totally changed because they earn better, and ultimately see everyone wants to earn better, like it changes. The other person is not able to go because the only one factor which separates them is the English language, or any language per se. Somebody learns German now, the demand, I would say when I go to the college, I would say every nurse, a nursing student, I say be proud because you are in most demand now in any other profession, even not even the IT professionals. A nurse, if a student has a vision, like in 5 years they can earn around 25 to 30 lakhs an annum if they have a vision, but that awareness was not there. So we create those awareness. I'm not going into these awards and other things, but I would say like we've got as a best test delivery partner for 22 and also on 21 we got it. And these awards are given by OET not just by our numbers, but it is based on the feedback from our candidates who are taking the test and other activities what we do. So the background of it, why I'm here. Am I here to talk only about nurses going abroad? No, that is not my intention. I am here to speak about how English can really change your life even in India. If a nursing student wants to join a corporate hospital, language plays a major role. Because if you are working, your students are working, might be in a hospital like Fortis or Apollo or any chain. You will have a doctor who are from different parts of India. You have nurses, again you are all from different parts of India. Your patients are from across the globe, from A1 to C2. These are the 6 levels. If someone wants to learn any language, European languages, this is the level. Whether you are going to learn French, German, English, Spanish, anything is going to be this. So when I say majority of the nursing students are in the A2 level, it means what is an A2 level? I am giving you, these are the certifications we do for Cambridge in India for schools. This A2 for key is taken by a 5th grade or a 6th grade student. So why I am telling you is the language proficiency level of our students, nursing students, are almost equivalent to a 6th standard student. But if someone wants to work in a corporate hospital in India, the entry level is B1. So when you do some language program in your colleges, it need not be that you are pushing them abroad, but let them come at least to a B1 level. Yes, they will be able to be like, they will get an opportunity in a better hospital, so some better salary for them. For a nurse educator or a supervisor, if I have to be an admin where like I have to report, then I have to go towards a B2 level. So this is a minimum level. And as an aspiring level, like I reach this B1 or B2, then my confidence level goes high. Then why don't I try one step more? Then it can give a glory to my family. So I reach C1, like I can go across the world. UK is a major preferred. And finally, the result showed 92% of our students are below B2. So, which is something like, and if you see the B1 is not very big. B1 is 21%, which is because of the multiple cities like Mumbai or people from Chennai or Delhi. They have an exposure because of the family. Yes, B1 level is there, which is like employable level where you find people are working in the corporate hospitals in India. But if you are looking for global opportunities, like the present government, if you say there were certain projects initially done by the central government were like to promote medical tourism. So they gave it as Heal in India, and now the government has brought in a scheme called Heal by India. So the government wants to create a capacity building, create more healthcare workers, where like India will be able to assist other countries across the world. So in that case, when people have to reach, when you see nearly 78% are less than B1, which is a very dangerous part. So how does it impact? As I said, like we cater to the working nurses. Normally, if you have seen these nurses who are preparing for these international exams, they take minimum 3 to 4 months break. So they go to Kerala, they go to Delhi, what majority are going to Kerala generally on the language schools and other things. So during those times they don't have a salary. They spend closely around 2.5 to 3 lakh rupees we know for the every break they take. Okay, they are able to pass? No, they are not able to pass. Then they go back work. Again they say, again they come. Why is it happening? Because they don't have the proper language level awareness. I failed today. If I am going to compare it where I stand from C1, what is the gap? Okay, I am now only in B1. So for someone to go from one level to next level, for a B1 to B2, it takes minimum 200 to 250 hours of learning. This 250 hours might be like 60, 70 hours from your teacher, who is a trainer who is training you on English. Then you are reading your other like all LSRW, listening activity. So you practice your listening skill, your speaking skill, your reading skill, writing skill. So all these things, if I am doing it in a proper way, with proper content and proper guidance. If I am going to learn drawing and if I am drawing in a wrong way, even for 10 hours, I won't be able to do. So you need a proper guidance also. Someone does that, then they will be able to go from one level to another level. So when I say this, students are in a A2 level, for them to reach the minimum B1, B2 level, it will take at least 500 hours of learning, where like across 2-3 years, it will be feasible for us to give them that confidence. Why I say 2-3 years? Because language is a skill, it is not a subject. It is like learning music, learning driving, learning your might be drawing or something. It's a skill. When we say our trainers or teachers will teach the students, we are not telling teachers will teach them English. No, we teach them how to practice English. So the students, they go and practice and they become better. So what is the solution? So EBEC, we involve in solution, where like we provide solutions for the colleges, we provide solution for the working nurses. Here I am going to focus only on the colleges. So how can we solve this issue? So we need to involve a structured and progressive healthcare context course. Context is really important. For example, if I have to say we speak English, the context is something, if I am speaking English amongst the people I know, it is easy. If I am going to speak, I am put in a group of some atomic physics scientists where they are going to speak in their context. After some time I will be lost. So we realized context is really important for a fast learning, where like if it is in the healthcare context, if the students are learning through the healthcare context on their day-to-day duties, whatever they do, might be like discussing about pain or other thing, introducing with the doctors or explaining some or showing empathy, or how do you tell a bad news to a patient or a patient's attendants. Yeah, so this is something like which we do, and that is required. And quality trainers, as I said, it is required, and an international certification to motivate and assess it, a validated certification is required. So what EBEC has done is, you will all have received a brochure, which is like a kind of a nursing brochure, like I think everyone would have received. So we have designed, along with our international partners, like we have designed this course for GNM and BSc, which is a structured, progressive course which take them through the what you call through the 3 to 4 years, like where it will take them from A2 to a B2 level. So how do we deliver? Generally in colleges they ask, okay, like you are having this course, how do we deliver? So we provide trainers. Our trainers will come to the college and they will handle the classes, and it will be focused on LSRW, we will focus on your remedial, and mock tests will be conducted, and end of term there is a Cambridge test for the first 3 years, and for the final year students we do an OET pulse test. But whether this is the only thing what EBEC does, no. We act not, these are the additional, lack of time I'm telling, these are additional where the students, colleges get a preparation certificate from Cambridge, they get from international certification from SLC UK. Students get 2 certificates, a course completion certificate and a Cambridge certificate and an OET Pulse certificate. Other than that, these are the add-on services. What we do is NHS integration courses. Recently we launched with TNAI. We have started our first batch, like we are doing our second batch in Greater Noida campus, what was shown, where EBEC, we have also an authorized training partner for NHS. We bring NHS to the college. Our vision is to connect the colleges directly, create a proper career counseling sessions in the colleges. For example, engineering college, the students, they know, okay, what is my opportunity, where I need to go. Unfortunately, it is not the situation in the nursing college. So we will be training the college team on the global opportunities. They will be trained by NHS. So they will know and they can guide the students, and we want the students by the time they finish 3rd year or enter final year, okay, this is what, okay, in India I have these opportunities. Like, okay, if I write my NORCET, if I pass something, okay, I'll get around 80,000 salary in AIMS. Or if I want to go abroad, then I need to be in this test, I have to do this. So what is the pathway? Why we want to do this is to reduce or eradicate agents' involvement, where like they don't have to spend even 1 rupee. You would have seen the Project Power video. What is a small initiative which EBEC has started? POWER stands for Providing Opportunity for Work Through English Resources. So through the Project Power, like-minded, like with the TNAI, where like EBEC and TNAI have come together, where we promote these kind of fully funded programs. So recent program what we are doing is, it's a 3-month residential program where the candidates are given free stay, food, they are trained on NHS courses, they are trained on OET, like from the Indian EBEC trainers and UK trainers. They are also given monthly support fund to do the minimum expenditure. They are given guidance on NMC, they are guided and trained for CBT, and they get everything without spending 1 rupee. It is possible. If they have the skill, for example, like even without that, what is the other part? If someone is able to pass OET with their language skills, without 1 rupee, you can go. You are given the flight tickets, you are given relocation package, 2 months stay, everything is there. So we'll be happy. Might be like we have given our inquiry form, we have our desk outside, we can discuss more when we meet there, or you can drop in your visiting cards. If you are interested to know more, we will be in touch with your college one-to-one, and we will see how we can work along with Mission Nirmaya to empower the nursing students, not just for going abroad, also for better employability in India. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, for the next session, I would request Madam Sanghamitra Sawant, the Assistant Secretary General, TNAI, so kindly come on stage and share knowledge of simulation.
A very good afternoon to one and all present over here. मुझे पता है कि काफ़ी लेट हो चुका है, आप लोग सभी भूखे हैं, अभी बहुत ज़्यादा मतलब इम्पेशेंट हो रहे हैं कि कब ख़त्म होगा, बट बिलीव मी दिस सेशन विल डेफिनेटली हेल्प यू। आपको बहुत अच्छा लगेगा जान के, जैसा कि आपको ये अच्छा लग रहा है जान के कि 9 यूरोपियन नर्सेस ने यूपी से स्टार्ट किया एंड अगेन वी आर कमिंग बैक टू यूपी। सो दिस इज़ द मिशन निरामया विच इज़ स्टार्टेड इन यूपी, ऑलरेडी स्टार्टेड, and you will be the role model for the entire country. This is the thing I would like to say. So now today my topic is using simulation lab to uplift the clinical skills. उसको जानने के पहले ये जान लेते हैं कि व्हाट इज़ द नर्सिंग सिनेरियो, इंस्टीट्यूशंस का क्या सिनेरियो है इंडिया में। आपसे बेटर ये कौन जान सकता है। आप सभी लोग नर्सिंग इंस्टीट्यूशंस में प्रिंसिपल हैं, एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर्स हैं, प्रोफेसर्स हैं, सो यू ऑल नो नर्सिंग देयर इज़ ए ह्यूज डिमांड, ग्लोबल डिमांड है नर्सेज का, एंड स्पेशली आफ्टर कोविड हम सभी जान चुके हैं कि नर्सेज की क्या वैल्यू है। एंड अदर पार्ट में एक तो बहुत ज़्यादा डिमांड है नर्सेज का, एंड सेकेंड पार्ट है कि देयर इज़ अ पैराडिग्म शिफ्ट है फ्रॉम द ट्रेडिशनल मेथड ऑफ टीचिंग टू द सिमुलेशन बेस्ड टीचिंग मेथड। सो इसमें बहुत सारे चैलेंजेस हैं। क्या एग्जिस्टिंग चैलेंजेस है? फर्स्ट इज़ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर चैलेंजेस। कई सारे इंस्टीट्यूशंस हैं जिसमें कि इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर चैलेंजेस हैं। हमको सिमुलेशन लैब क्रिएट करना है ना, किस तरीके से करेंगे, क्या सारी चीज़ें हमको ज़रूरत है। देन इनएडिक्वेट क्लिनिकल फैसिलिटीज़, कई हमारे पास क्लिनिकल प्रैक्टिस करने के लिए, क्योंकि पहले के टाइम में क्या होता था, नर्सिंग का जो रेशियो है ओनली 20 स्टूडेंट्स 30 स्टूडेंट्स, अभी जो है नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स इंक्रीज 50 60 100। सो सेम पेशेंट में हाउ मेनी टाइम्स वी कैन डू द सेम प्रोसीजर, इट इज़ वेरी डिफिकल्ट, राइट। देन इनसफिशिएंट फैसिलिटीज़ फॉर हैंड्स ऑन ट्रेनिंग फॉर द स्टूडेंट्स। देन नॉन यूनिफॉर्म इम्प्लीमेंटेशन ऑफ द सिलेबस, उसकी वजह से वो प्रॉपर वे में हम इम्प्लीमेंटेशन नहीं कर पा रहे सिलेबस का, हम स्टूडेंट्स को वो चीज़ें नहीं बता पा रहे जो एग्जैक्टली उनको जानना चाहिए। देन लैक ऑफ एडिक्वेट नंबर ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस फैकल्टी विद गुड टीचिंग एंड क्लिनिकल स्किल्स ड्यू टू लॉट ऑफ रीजंस चेंज हो रहे हैं, हम उनको वो फैसिलिटी नहीं दे पा रहे, उनको उस तरीके से हम मेंटर नहीं कर पा रहे जिसके वजह से कि वो रिटेन करे कॉलेजेस में एंड दे विल टीच द स्टूडेंट्स इन अ बेटर वे। So what are the roles of simulation in nursing? You all know it is very safe to practice. आप कितने भी टाइम एक मैनिकिन के ऊपर आप प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हैं, मैनिकिन नहीं बोलेगा कि आप इतने बार क्यों पूछ रहे हैं हमसे एक सेम सवाल, है ना। Then it will build confidence, enhance the problem solving ability. वो जब उस सिचुएशन को बार बार प्रैक्टिस करते हैं, कोई भी सिचुएशन में when we encounter for the first time we are very much confused, worried, we may not be able to land up in a proper way. But जब वो सेम सिचुएशन हम उनको बार बार एक्सपोज करते हैं उससे, तो वो उस एबिलिटी को मेंटर कर लेते हैं, वो उस एबिलिटी को मास्टर कर लेते हैं कि किस तरीके से उनको उस सिचुएशन को हैंडल करना है। देन स्किल एनहांसमेंट, इम्प्रूव्स टीम वर्क, कम्युनिकेशन, है ना, एरर आइडेंटिफिकेशन, रिस्क मिटिगेशन, हम आइडेंटिफाई कर पाते हैं कि कहाँ वी आर लैकिंग। सो उस पार्ट को वी कैन एनहांस, वी कैन टीच आवर स्टूडेंट्स, आवर फैकल्टीज़ कि आप इस चीज़ में बिल्ड करो अपने आप को। देन अडेप्टेबिलिटी एंड एक्सपोजर टू रेयर केसेस, जो कि हमको रोज़ देखने नहीं मिलता है, लेकिन हम मैनिकिन्स में उस चीज़ को प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हैं। देन continuous professional development, ethical and empathetic care, research and innovation. So these are the very important role of simulation in nursing. And when we are talking about simulation, here comes the role of TNAI. आज के डेट में माननीय श्री प्रधानमंत्री जी के गाइडेंस में आपके स्टेट में यू ऑल आर वेरी मच लकी टू हैव द डेफिनेटली चीफ मिनिस्टर एंड वेरी सपोर्टिव प्रिंसिपल सेक्रेटरी सर श्री आलोक कुमार जी। उन्होंने आपको मॉर्निंग में भी बताया कि किस तरीके से हम नर्सेस को अपलिफ्ट करना चाहते हैं, अपस्किल करना चाहते हैं। बट डेफिनेटली हम बहुत फॉर्चुनेट हैं, पर TNAI में जो नर्स लीडर्स थे दे हैड अ विजन फ्रॉम 1980s से उनको पता था कि जब एक नर्स हॉस्पिटल में आती है तो PTS के बाद आती है एंड दे आर वेरी मच गुड एट देयर स्किल्स। I am very sorry, maybe many doctors are there, but when they are coming into the hospital, they learn how to insert a cannula from a nurse only. So skill is always our part and we have to strengthen that part इतना ज़्यादा कि आपको स्किल के बारे में आपसे ज़्यादा किसी को नहीं पता। तो ये चीज़ जो हमारे नर्स लीडर्स थे उनको पता था। फ्रॉम 1980s दे हैड ए विजन कि हमारे पास एक बड़ा लैंड होना चाहिए, बड़ा बिल्डिंग होना चाहिए, वहाँ पर हम नर्सेस को स्किल डेवलपमेंट कर सके, अप स्किल कर सके। सो इन दैट विजन ओनली we established the building in Greater Noida, that is Central Institute of Nursing and Research Center, and this campus is also dedicated for the senior citizens. So this campus was inaugurated, जैसे कि मैडम इवलिन ने अपने प्रेजेंटेशन में दिखाया, it was inaugurated by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam in 2012. And the main core objectives of this campus is to promote high standards of healthcare and nursing practice, and another is to provide continuous professional development for the nurses. This campus is mainly meant for that only, to upskill the nurses. And we are having these 3 buildings there. One is the daycare center building, Central Institute of Nursing accommodation block, and these are the facilities in one roof under course. These are having very much global value. अगर आप यहाँ से कोर्स करके गए और आपको लंदन जाना है, ऑस्ट्रेलिया जाना है, तो वहाँ पर भी वो कोर्स का जो सर्टिफिकेट आपको कार्ड मिलेगा, that will be valid. Only thing you need to know the skill, and in that way we are very much particular. We ensure that for what you are coming, you will definitely learn. And this is the thing for which we are talking from the morning. In that regard, Shri Alok Kumar IAS Principal Secretary, he visited under the mission Niramia TNAI and UP collaboration. उन्होंने विजिट किया ग्रेटर नोएडा कैंपस। आप सभी को पता है निरामिया मीन्स डिजीज़ फ्री हेल्दी। सो नर्सेस से बेटर इंडिया को कौन डिजीज़ फ्री कर सकता है? कोई नहीं, राइट? यस। सो जो उनका विजिट था वो मेनली टू फर्स्ट फेज इज टू स्ट्रेंथन द नर्सिंग एजुकेशन इन उत्तर प्रदेश, क्योंकि आपके स्टेट में मोर देन 650 नर्सिंग इंस्टीट्यूशंस है। अगर सिर्फ एक कोर्स की भी बात करें कि बीएससी नर्सिंग को हम ले लेते हैं, मिनिमम 50 स्टूडेंट्स हर एक कॉलेज में, तो भी आप कम से कम 35,000 लोगों को अफेक्ट कर सकते हैं, और हर एक कॉलेजेस में इससे ज़्यादा कोर्सेस हैं। सो आप सोचो कि आप कितने, मतलब अगर आपने उस चीज़ को डेफिनेटली डेवलप किया कि आपको इस तरीके से एजुकेशन देना है कि यूपी विल बी द मॉडल स्टेट अमंग इंडिया, सो हाउ मेनी पीपल यू कैन अफेक्ट? So this is the main reason, and the vision is to provide high quality skills and simulation based training to the nursing personnel, and to strengthen in-service cadre for achieving highest level of quality of care matching global standards in Uttar Pradesh. सो इसमें मेनली 2 पार्ट्स है, जैसे कि आपको मॉर्निंग से ही आप सुन रहे हैं कि एक चीज़ है कि नर्सिंग स्टूडेंट्स को हमको स्ट्रेंथन करना है, एंड अनदर इज टू स्ट्रेंथन द फैकल्टीज. In that regard, we are planning to have the TOT program for the nursing faculties, and we already started doing, and we are establishing a model skill lab in Greater Noida, another skill lab, and in that skill lab we will provide all the hands-on skill training, and that skill training will be evaluated on OSCE based. OSCE stations will be there, and we will also provide the mentoring program for the faculties कि how to mentor, है ना, कैसे वो अपने स्टूडेंट्स को वो सेम चीज़ डिलीवर करेंगे, एंड डेफिनेटली वी विल डू द फॉलो अप, मेंटरिंग एंड मॉनिटरिंग ऑल्सो. सो दीज आर द डिफरेंस पिक्चर विच वी आर गोइंग टू हैव when we establish that another skill lab for each and every specialty, each and every skill they will learn when they come to our campus. So thank you so much for your patient listening. If you have any query, you can ask me. Thank you.
धीरे-धीरे 60 हुई, बढ़ती गई, और उस समय उत्तर प्रदेश में 12,441 एएनएम प्रोड्यूस होते थे, 2,073 जीएनएम होते थे. आज 20 साल की स्थिति से हम बढ़े हैं कि आज हम 55 से 56,000 स्टाफ नर्स प्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं. फिर आज का जो रजिस्ट्रेशन हमारा है, जो आज 2023 का लिया जाए 2,25,000, हमारे 60,000 के प्रोडक्शन में 2,25,000 है. तो इसका मतलब अदर स्टेट के जो शिक्षार्थी हैं हमारे यूपी की ओर आकर्षित हो रहे हैं, यूपी में अपनी सेवाएं दे रहे हैं. तो हम यूपी से बाहर कभी सोचने के लिए उतना अपने माइंड सेट नहीं हुआ है, लेकिन हर चैलेंजेस को बर्दाश्त करते हुए हमारे सारे इंस्टीट्यूट, हमारे प्रिंसिपल, हमारे संस्थान के जितने संचालक हैं, सब हर चैलेंज को स्वीकार करते हैं. आप जितनी भी स्किल लैब खुलवाना चाहें, हमारा हर कॉलेज एक स्किल लैब खोलने के लिए तैयार है. आज तक जब आपने बताया कि TNAI का उदय 9 स्टूडेंट थे या 9 टी सुपरिटेंडेंट से लखनऊ में हुआ और उसका नाम बदलते बदलते आपका TNAI हुआ। 105 साल बाद आप लखनऊ में फिर दोबारा आए और लखनऊ को पहचाने। लखनऊ ने भी आपको नहीं पहचाना और आपने भी लखनऊ को नहीं पहचाना, तो दोनों की गलती है, इसलिए कोई भी नहीं। आगे उम्मीद करते हैं कि आप कितना सहयोग हमारे संस्थानों को उत्तर प्रदेश में देंगी। संस्थान हमारे सब आपके साथ यूपी में कंधे से कंधा मिलाने को तैयार है और हर चैलेंज को स्वीकार करने को हमारे संस्थान तैयार है। मिशन निरामया में जब से आलोक कुमार साहब आए हैं, इससे पहले तो हमारे उत्तर प्रदेश में क्वांटिटी की कमी थी। हम क्वांटिटी से जूझ रहे थे, कैसे स्टाफ नर्स प्रोड्यूस करें। आज प्रिंसिपल सेक्रेटरी का एक मैसेज आया शुरुआत से, जब से 2 साल से, कि हम क्वालिटी प्रोड्यूस करें। आज क्वालिटी पर ध्यान देना शुरू हुआ है। हमारी स्टाफ नर्सें जो प्रोड्यूस, हम नहीं कहते कि 100% चाहिए, लेकिन 10%, 15%, 20% तो है। आप भी बता रहे थे कुछ इंग्लैंड गई है, कुछ ऑस्ट्रेलिया गई है, गई थी यूपी से है ना। उनको किसी ने स्किल तो किया नहीं, ये TNAI ने सपोर्ट कर दिया है या SNA ने सपोर्ट किया है, यूपी ने ही तो बढ़ाया है। तो यूपी हर चैलेंज करने को स्वीकार है। आप जो भी देखें हर चैलेंज स्वीकार करेगा। इस सबके साथ आप सबकी बधाई देते हुए कि आज इस मौके पर TNAI ने हमारे यूपी को पहचाना है और यूपी आपके साथ रहेगा। धन्यवाद, जय हिंद।
Afternoon to all the directors, chairperson, and all the principals, faculty present over here today. I know time is already 1 and it's been high time for lunch, so I won't take much time. Jaldi briefly, I'll finish my talk. And first of all, I feel so blessed and privileged that I got this opportunity to share few of my points in front of all the experts present here. So thank you for giving out your time and being here for this meeting today. So regarding 3 things I would like to share with you all. पहला है कि परफॉर्मेंस स्टैंडर्ड्स के बारे में मैं कुछ कहना चाहूँगी। जो परफॉर्मेंस स्टैंडर्ड्स आप सबको भी पता होगा, जो मिशन निरामया के अंतर्गत इनके कंपोनेंट्स में मेंटर मेंटी का जो प्रोग्राम चल रही है, उसमें जो परफॉर्मेंस स्टैंडर्ड्स हम लोग जो एज अ टूल यूज़ कर रहे हैं हमारे नर्सिंग इंस्टीट्यूट्स के स्टैंडर्ड्स को अपलिफ्ट करने में, तो हम लोग ने ये सोचा कि क्यों ना हम ये सभी इंस्टीट्यूट्स के साथ शेयर करें, ताकि जो इंस्टीट्यूट खुद से अपनी स्टैंडर्ड्स को बढ़ाना चाहते हैं वो उस परफॉर्मेंस स्टैंडर्ड्स की मदद से खुद को असेस करें और अपनी स्टैंडर्ड्स को अपलिफ्ट करें। इसलिए हमने ये डिसाइड करके हमारी वेबसाइट में पिछले महीना ये परफॉर्मेंस स्टैंडर्ड्स, जो कि 2 स्केल में, एक है 33 पॉइंट्स एंड एक है 75 पॉइंट्स, उसको शेयर किया है। आई होप सभी ने परफॉर्मेंस स्टैंडर्ड्स को अभी देखा होगा, पढ़ा होगा और उसके बारे में इन डेप्थ जानकारी हासिल कर ली होगी। एंड आई होप कि सभी इंस्टीट्यूट ने उस परफॉर्मेंस स्टैंडर्ड्स को एज अ टूल जैसे यूज़ करके अपने इंस्टीट्यूट्स को असेस करना शुरू भी किया होगा। एंड मैं हर समय विजिट्स में जाती हूँ इंस्टीट्यूट्स में, तो उसमें भी काफ़ी प्रिंसिपल से मैनेजमेंट की तरफ से भी ये रिक्वेस्ट थी कि उनको एक डायरेक्शन चाहिए, एक गाइडेंस चाहिए, कैसे हम अपनी इंस्टीट्यूट को और अपलिफ्ट करें, कैसे क्या तरीका। तो ये सब चीज़ें जानकारी में आने के बाद हमने ये डिसाइड किया था कि परफॉर्मेंस स्टैंडर्ड्स को हम रिलीज़ करते हैं, ताकि सभी इंस्टीट्यूट्स जिसको गाइडेंस चाहिए होगा, डायरेक्शन चाहिए होगा, उनके लिए काफ़ी हेल्पफुल होगा। इसीलिए उस परफॉर्मेंस स्टैंडर्ड्स को रिलीज़ किए गए थे। सो परफॉर्मेंस स्टैंडर्ड्स में हमारे उसमें 6 सेक्शंस हैं, जो कि खास करके इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के बारे में, क्लासरूम्स, लेबॉरेटरीज कैसे होने चाहिए, आपके जब बच्चे क्लिनिकल्स में जाते हैं या कम्युनिटी में जाते हैं, तो ये सब चीज़ों में कैसे क्लासरूम को अरेंज करना है, लैब को कैसे अरेंज करना है, ये सब की क्लियर गाइडेंस दिए गए हैं। प्लस उसके साथ ही में हमारी टीचिंग फैकल्टीज़, उनकी स्किल्स को भी कैसे अपग्रेड किया जाए, कैसे बढ़ाया जाए, इम्प्रूव किया जाए, उसके बारे में भी डिटेल्स लिखा गया है। उसके साथ साथ कुछ प्रोसीजर्स जो बच्चे कैसे असेस करेंगे, पूरे डिटेल्स में चेकलिस्ट तो मेंशन नहीं है, बट उसमें कैसे असेस करने का तरीका बताया गया है। प्लस जो ज़रूरी बेसिक मैनिक्वेंट्स एंड आर्टिकल्स जो रहना चाहिए, वो सब चीज़ें भी उसमें मेंशन किया गया है। सो ये परफॉर्मेंस स्टैंडर्ड्स जो है जो कि इन कोलैबोरेशन विद जपाइगो हम लोग ने डेवलप किया था। एंड इस पे क्या है, एक इंस्टीट्यूट खुद को सेल्फ असेस भी कर सकते हैं कि अगर हम ये जानना चाहते हैं कि हम हमारी नर्सिंग इंस्टीट्यूट किस रेंज में, किस परसेंटेज में ठहरे हैं और कैसे हम इसको इम्प्रूव करना चाहते हैं, तो ओवरऑल उस स्टैंडर्ड्स में हम कैसे उसको स्कोरिंग किया जाए, हम कहाँ हैं, वो जानकारी आसानी से कर सकते हैं। अगर हम जानकारी जान लेते हैं कि हमारी कमी क्लासरूम सेटअप में है या क्लिनिकल्स में है, तो जहाँ जहाँ कमी हमें लगती है उस जगह पे अगर हम वर्कआउट करते हैं तो उस कमी को हम फुलफिल कर सकते हैं और हमारे इंस्टीट्यूट्स का स्कोर्स या लेवल्स उसको और भी बढ़ा सकते हैं। तो इसके लिए है ये परफॉर्मेंस स्टैंडर्ड, ना ही कि हम किसी फैकल्टी या किसी प्रिंसिपल को या उनकी फॉल्ट निकालने के लिए इस पर्पस से नहीं है परफॉर्मेंस स्टैंडर्ड्स। परफॉर्मेंस स्टैंडर्ड्स इज टोटली फॉर द guiding the institutes to develop themselves by assessing their institutes by themselves and to know where they stand. That's why the performance standards are, and I hope these standards are quite helpful for all the institutes, and I got some feedback also. And in further also, if you have any kind of doubts, you can contact me and we can just discuss on that. And second thing which I would like to share with you is regarding Mission Niramia. We have social media handles like in Facebook में, Instagram में, YouTube में, LinkedIn में, इस सब में है। तो ये जो सोशल मीडिया हैंडल्स है, इसमें मिशन निरामिया रिलेटेड काफ़ी इंफॉर्मेशंस आपको मिल जाएंगे। साथ ही में हम इंस्टीट्यूट्स को भी encourage करते हैं कि आपकी कॉलेज में जितने भी एक्टिविटीज़ हो रहे हैं उसको भी आप इंफॉर्मेशन मिशन निरामिया हैंडल्स में शेयर कर दीजिएगा, ताकि आपके भी हम प्रमोट करते जाएंगे उसमें। और उसको शेयर करने के लिए आप मिशन निरामिया @upsmf.org में जाके इंफॉर्मेशन शेयर कर सकते हैं। एंड थर्ड थिंग जो मैं आपसे शेयर करना चाहूँगी, जो कि आज की गैदरिंग है, जो TNAI के बारे में हम बात कर रहे हैं, SNA के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, एंड OET, बैक, ये सब के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं। तो क्यों ये सब हम आगे ला रहे हैं, क्यों इस सब के साथ हम कोलैबोरेट करना चाह रहे हैं? क्योंकि हमारे नर्सिंग स्टूडेंट्स के लिए ये जानकारी होना बहुत ज़रूरी है कि नर्सिंग करने के बाद आगे वो अगर अब्रॉड जाना चाहते तो किस तरीके से अब्रॉड जाने के लिए या नर्सिंग फील्ड में स्ट्रॉन्ग स्टैंड करने के लिए इंग्लिश कितना ज़रूरी है, कैसे सीखना है, क्या होगा। काफ़ी बच्चे कहीं भी अब्रॉड नहीं जा पाते, मन तो करते हैं जाना लेकिन जा नहीं पाते। क्यों? क्योंकि तरीका नहीं पता है कैसे हम अब्रॉड जाएंगे, कैसे क्या करेंगे, TNAI का क्या क्या बेनिफिट्स है ये हमें पता नहीं है, तो हम क्यों अप्रोच करेंगे, क्यों करेंगे वो सब चीज़ें। और SNA में कई तरीके के कॉम्पिटिशन्स होते हैं। अगर here I would like to share one experience, my personal experience. When I was studying my nursing, I have studied from Hyderabad. So उस समय SNA के कई कॉम्पिटिशन्स आते थे। Being a student मैं भी पार्टिसिपेट करती थी उसमें, इंटर कॉलेजेस, बिटवीन स्टेट्स, ये सब कॉम्पिटिशन्स होते थे, तो हम भी जा के पार्टिसिपेट करने, उस पर काफ़ी अच्छा लगता था। है उसकी जो सोच है और बाहर बच्चों के साथ कैसा वो लोग लिंकअप करेंगे, कैसा मतलब एक्सपीरियंस करेंगे, ये सब नई नई चीज़ें बच्चों को सोचने पे मजबूर करते हैं और काफ़ी अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस होता है बच्चों के लिए। तो ये सब चीज़ें हमें एनकरेज करना चाहिए और इस पे पार्टिसिपेट भी करना चाहिए और इसकी अवेयरनेस भी हमें स्टूडेंट्स को देना चाहिए। तो जो एक्सपीरियंस मैंने भी फेस किया कि जब अपने कॉलेज में कंपटीशन पार्टिसिपेट करके जो जीत के जो खुशी मिलती है उससे कई ज़्यादा ये भी मिलती है कि जब हम एक स्टेट और दूसरा स्टेट में पार्टिसिपेट करके जो जीतने के बाद जो खुशी मिलती है उसकी खुशी भी अलग ही है। तो इसलिए आज ये जो TNAI के बारे में ये क्या क्या बेनिफिट है, इसके क्या एडवांटेज है, इस सब के बारे में डिटेल्स, एंड SNA के बारे में, OET के बारे में ये क्या फैसिलिटीज़ है, उनके बैक के बारे में क्या फैसिलिटीज़ है, ये सब अगर हम जानेंगे तो हम ये जो हमारी नॉलेज है, जानकारी जो हमें मिला है, हम फैकल्टीज़ को शेयर करेंगे एंड ऑफ कोर्स the principals, management and faculty will share the knowledge to the students. So एक हम ही हैं जो बच्चों तक ये सब चीज़ें पहुंचा सकते हैं, इसके फ़ायदे बता सकते हैं, ताकि आगे जाके वो अपनी फ्यूचर प्लान्स में, अगर कोई टीचर भी बनना चाहे, कोई नर्स भी बनना चाहे, कोई अब्रॉड जाके काम भी करना चाहे, तो वो रास्ता हम दिखा सकते हैं. इसलिए हमें जानकारी होना ज़रूरी, बहुत इज़ वेरी इम्पॉर्टेंट कि हमें जानकारी हो तभी हम जाके टीचर्स को बताएं एंड देन स्प्रेड अमंग all of us. Yes, so I would like to conclude here, not taking much time. Yeah, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Namo Namo
of UP for taking initiative for such a wonderful vision with full of objectives for this principal meet come workshop, which is going to be a very impactful in the field of nursing profession. Thank you so much, sir, for your virtual presence and all your efforts towards nursing profession. I express my sincere gratitude to our guest of honor, Mrs. Kinjal Singh, DGME, in her absentia, for her support to complete this task in all manners. Thank you, ma'am. I would like to extend my gratitude to our guest of honor, Dr. Alok Kumar, Secretary, UPSMF, for his constant support for improving the standard of nursing profession. My special thanks to Dr. Ashok Biznoi, Dean Nursing, Atal Bihari Vajpayee Medical University, for his esteemed presence in the occasion. I would take this opportunity to express my deep regards to Mr. G. Srikantan, Chairman and Managing Director, ABEC, for elucidating the roadmap to develop soft skills and the need of nursing language proficiency for the nursing student in developing their confidence and achieve better job opportunity in India and abroad. I am extremely thankful to Mr. Ashish Bhushan, Regional Manager, South Asia OET, for letting us know the importance of OET and how it will be useful for our nursing students and nursing fraternity. I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to our guests, all the respected principals and management personnel of various schools and colleges of nursing who spared their valuable time with us from their busy schedule to grace this occasion. An event of this dimension cannot happen overnight. This wheel starts rolling months in advance. It requires planning and bird's eyes for the details. We have been fortunate to be backed with a team with a very motivated and dedicated members of TNAI, UPSMF, OET and ABEC. I would like to extend my great appreciation to Mrs. Sangamitra Sawant, Assistant Secretary General TNAI, and Dr. Deepti Shukla, Principal, Samarpan College of Nursing, and team who coordinated the whole event. I also thank the people who work behind the scene to execute this event, such as technical team, food, media, other staff, and also my dear students. Without them, this occasion would not be successful. Last but not least, I thank everyone who has been directly or indirectly involved for making this event grand success. Thank you once again. I want to finish with one line. Like UP को भी बहुत आगे जाना है with TNAI. And मैं सिर्फ दो शब्द कहना चाहती हूँ. अभी किया ही क्या है हमने, अभी किया ही क्या है हमने, अभी तो बहुत कुछ करना बाकी है. अभी तो बस तय की है बस 2 गज ज़मीन, अभी तो सारा आसमां बाकी है. So with these words, I want to conclude and thank you everyone for your presence. Have a nice day. Good day.
115 years old association है. UP में ही हुआ था 1905 में. तो उसी के कारण से अभी इतना नर्सिंग एजुकेशन
I saw her sitting there.
रखी हुई है ना रोटी नहीं लगाओ पूरी लगाओ पूरी लगाओ पूरी
मैंने उनको राम मंदिर ये वो सब लेके गई। आप तो जा रही हो।